Hi and welcome to the Hidden Div. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get a domain name for your website. A domain is essentially a URL, and this is the website address that is associated with your website. So, for example, www.google.com. So, there's a couple of different ways to do this. Providers that is. There is GoDaddy or 123reg, but my personal favorite is Fasthosts. So we'll jump right in now and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is search to see if your domain name is available. So I'm going to type in the box here, the hidden div.co.uk and search for this. As you can see, it says, great news, this domain's available, add it to your basket. So what you need to do is go ahead and select this, set up an account, and purchase your domain, and then we can move on to the next step. So once that domain name is purchased, you can now log into your Fasthosts account, go to the dashboard and view domains. As you can see, we've got the domain name of here, which is hiddendiv.co.uk. And what we need to do is we need to then connect this to our SiteGround server. And there's a couple of ways that you can do this. One of the ways is you can update the A record and change the details in there to point towards the IP address of your server. Another way is to just point the name servers. Depending on which way you do, is just down to the preference of if you've got emails and things like that. But for this example, we're just going to change the name servers. So what I'll do is I'll go into the manage name servers and specify name servers. And then I believe they are ns1.siteground.net and then ns2.siteground.net. And then at this point, I should just be able to click update name servers and give it a second to load, and let's click off that. So the update request is processed and that should now be updated. Yes, so as you can see, the name servers are now shown as SiteGround. So what that means is this domain is now pointing towards SiteGround. So what I need to do is now go into my SiteGround server and basically pick it up from the other end. What we'll do in the meantime is we're going to go to dnschecker.org, and in here we can actually test the domain to see where it's pointing to. So if I just go back and copy this, and then we change this drop down to say name servers, and then click search. So at the minute, as you can see, there's no name server being picked up, but as you can see, it's now starting to propagate from here. This is in the United States. Yep, there's a couple coming through now. So yeah, if we refresh this again, you might see a couple more coming through, as this is just now beginning to propagate. So normally it says that it takes somewhere between 48 hours and 72 hours for things to fully propagate, but to be honest, it's normally a lot faster than that. So what we'll do is we can now go to SiteGround and we will select the website I want to change. So this is what test server here. You just want to right click the button and say change primary domain. So within this, you just want to type in your new URL that you've selected. So I'll just, like I say, the hiddendiv.co.uk. Confirm this here and then click confirm. So this is now just being updated. It'll take a few minutes. It's not unusual for when this is finished for you to not be able to access your website for a little while. This is, like I say, just the servers are propagating, so it can take a little bit of time. But that should be everything. So when you now go back to the websites tab, you can see the website's being updated to the hiddendiv.co.uk. I'll see if the site tools are available just yet. Yep, so it's letting me in here. So what you want to do is actually go back to the security tab in SSL Manager and select Let's Encrypt, because normally once you change your domain, you actually lose your SSL certificate for it as well. So we'll just re-update that. So just give this a second. Once this is done, we'll also check that the HTTPS enforce is still enabled. And once that's done, we should be good to go. There we go. So let's just go back, and yes, this is still enabled. So yeah, that is now done. You now have updated the new the new domain on the website, and we can now continue to the WordPress dashboard to do a couple little last changes. So if we go to WordPress, install and manage, and log into admin panel. So one of the first things that we're going to want to do is go to plugins and add new plugin. Here we want to type in better search and replace. Oh. We'll just install this plugin and activate. So what we'll need to do here is you need to make note of what your previous domain is, the test domain name, because this is important for what we do next. So what we'll do is select tools and then down to better search and replace. From the drop down list, you want to type in, in the search box, you want to type in the address. So this was hiddendiv.sg-host.com. So that is your old domain, and you want to replace this with hiddendiv.co.uk. So what we'll then do is select all these boxes, and we'll leave run as a dry run on to begin with, just to run this as a test to see if anything's been found. So 14 tables of search, nothing was found. I think this is just because this is a fresh update, so there's not actually anything that's need changed, but oh, no, sorry. That's one here. I forgot the one. Let me try this again. There we go. So 14 tables were found and 10 cells were found that need to be updated. So we know this has now worked. It's found the information that we need. So what we'll do is we'll unclick that and click run as dry run again. Run it again. This has now made these changes for it, which is perfect. And the last thing we'll do is just go to settings and permalinks and just click the save button. And this just refreshes with permalinks as well. So now that should be all it. Your new domain is now live and your website is now active. And the one last thing you might want to do is go on and add a maintenance page just to show that your website is under construction, just so people can't see whilst you're building it. But we can cover that in another video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Thanks.